Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Pitch Talk.
We are fans of football dropping vlogs, videos and podcasts on the beautiful game.
Check out our videos on YouTube and Instagram's IGTV,
including special feature segments,
5 minutes with the G,
the straight shooting view,
coaching with JBK. We produce, record and edit video content
and audio on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
Verbal, Podomatic,
Anchor,
Spotify
and other podcast platforms.
Join the Pitch Talk revolution on Twitter, Instagram,
Facebook
and www.pitch-talk.com.
The pitch is where we eat.
The pitch is where we sleep.
And the pitch is where we talk.
I can see you now. I can see you now and then. I can see you now.
Welcome to
the Straight Shooting View.
Hey everybody, what is up? My name is Straight Shootin LJA and welcome to another episode of the Straight Shooting View. Now, you know what? As much as I hate to criticize them, UEFA. Oh, Christ. I got 3 words for you. Financial sustainability regulations. As if financial fair play wasn't enough of a cluster crap show, UEFA have recently announced FFP's replacement, Financial Sustainability Regulations. And it's like, oh my God. When I read this, I was literally thinking, same crap, different day. Now, it's like, FFP was a joke. From day one, it was a joke when it wasn't being enforced properly. And then, as we've discussed on Pitch Talk shows, podcasts, videos, vlogs, everywhere and the like, when Michel Platini came out and basically gave up the biggest bargaining chip that FFP had in terms of when he said, oh yeah, we're not looking to throw teams out of European competition. And it's like, dude, you moron, what are you doing? You've just given up your biggest single bargaining chip. That's what you could have threatened clubs with who didn't fall in line, and you've given it up. Under no pressure, I might add. And these financial sustainability regulations, as good as they sound in principle, it just sounds like FFP under another name. Because there's a 3-year grace period, and yet another 3-year grace period, where yet another grace period for clubs to get their finances in line. They did this before financial fair play, by the way. They gave a grace period. I think it actually was 2 to 3 years. And now they're going to do it again for these financial sustainability regulations. And it's one of them where it's just like, come on. Like, you say you've been trying to enforce FFP, but you haven't been. You've only stung smaller clubs for it, because look at Paris Saint Germain. They've spat in the face of it. Manchester City have spat in the face of it. And both of those clubs have been stung twice on FFP breaches. And those charges have somehow just miraculously disappeared. Here's your brown paper envelope. Thank you very much for doing business. Pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Seferin. You're just as good as Mr. Platini was. Because it's that level of BS to me that is enabling clubs to live above their means. Like, these financial sustainability regulations are supposed to have the stipulation of clubs can't spend more than 70% of their revenue. And it's like, okay, cool, fine, enforce it. Anything else is just lip service. Enforce it. That's all we ask. As fans, as people who love the game, all we ask is that you enforce it. Don't come out talking smack saying, oh, clubs are living above their means, and then not enforce the rules that you've put in place or the laws that you've put in place. You can't have it both ways. So for me, I look at it as, look at say Barcelona, for instance. Back in the summer of 2021, at the start of the 2021-2022 season, apparently Barcelona were broke and couldn't register players. All of a sudden, they're not only registering players, they're buying players. What was it? They took on, Adama Traore, I think, in January. And it's like, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And it's like, hold on a minute. Thought you lot were broke. Where's that money coming from? So and then it's like, really? Like, don't try and make me feel sorry for Barcelona. Oh, we ain't got no money. We can't register players because we're broke. We had to let Messi go because we're broke. And then start coming out, taking on Adama Traore, guys like Adama Traore and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. It's like, nah, bro, this don't fly. And then, of course, there's them being linked to all and sundry in the summer. It's like rumours of, Kylian Mbappe choosing Barcelona. It's like, yeah, if they can't afford Messi's wages, how are they going to afford Mbappe's? And then you got Mo Salah being linked with them, and it's like, well, what? It's like, how are they going to afford these players? Apparently they're broke. And it's like, come on, man. It's like, come on. But clubs living above their means. Look at Chelsea as an example. Totally reliant on Roman Abramovich's money, and boy, they are crapping bricks, of course. But they've just had a bloody little bailout anyway. But even so, you got these clubs that are fiddling their books. Paris Saint Germain and Manchester City have both been stung for inflating the prices of their sponsorships. Because guess what? It's their owners doing the sponsoring. So of course they're manipulating their books. They might want to deny it. They can deny it all they want, but it's clear. They could spend 300-400 million a season, but they're not making that back. Man City, Paris Saint Germain definitely are not making that back. So how are they balancing their books? I'll tell you, they're not. So it's one of them where it's like, I just look at like these financial sustainability regulations. As said, they would be a good thing if you enforce them, and they are enforceable. But you've got to have the balls to do it. And number two, you've got to say to these clubs who don't adhere to it, it's like, okay, cool. No matter what size club you are, don't care what league you're from, if you're not going to adhere to the rules, then we're going to throw you out of European competitions. We'll give you a season to get your stuff in order. If you ain't got it in order and you're not living within your means, you're done. You're kicked out for a year. And let's see how quickly these clubs clean up their finances. You have to punish uniformly and in a draconian manner. You have to. You really have to with this. You can't be punishing smaller clubs like Trabzonspor or AK Athens or whoever the hell. No, you can't be punishing them clubs, but then letting Man City and PSG get away with it. You can't be doing that. And too often financial fair play has done that and has let that happen. I said we've seen it twice with Manchester City and PSG. Twice each. And that is one of them ones where UEFA have chipped so much away at their own credibility, it's untrue. And these financial sustainability things, I said, it's just FFP under a new name. And it's like, what we need is not FFP under a new name. Because I said FFP was a joke from day one. So I'm hoping that UEFA this time stick to their guns and prove me wrong. I hope so, but I doubt it. I really doubt it. Because UEFA are shady operators in and of themselves, as I've mentioned on previous episodes of the Straight Shooting View, about them sneaking through Champions League changes. So it is one of them where it's like giving these clubs that have already had years to get their finances in order before financial fair play, you're giving them now another 3-year grace period to muck about. And it's like, Christ. And but I don't just say this as a Liverpool supporter. That I want the playing field leveled. I'm saying this as a fan of football, because at the end of the day, as much as people want to complain, oh, it's not fair, yeah, it isn't fair. But unless the powers that be do something about it, it's gonna stay unfair. And I said, you can't allow one club to circumvent the rules, and not, because then that's just going to encourage everybody. And of course, everybody tries it. So it is what it is, man. I mean, I want to know your views. Do you have any confidence in UEFA'S financial sustainability rules? Do you have any confidence that UEFA'S financial sustainability regulations will actually do anything? Do you have confidence in UEFA at all? I personally say no on both questions there, but I want to know what you think. Remember, www.pitch-talk.com is the official website. Find everything Pitch Talk there, including our podcast. You can listen to our podcast on the website. You can also grab the RSS feed there too and put it into any podcast player of your choice, such as Player FM, for instance. We are also on anchor.fm/Pitch Talk and also verbal.com/Pitch Talk as well. At GetVerbal on Twitter. Tweet them and let them know we sent you, because we are Verbal ambassadors and proud of it. Remember, on our website you can find our vlogs and videos. You can find our YouTube links as well. youtube.com/Pitch Talk for all of our videos, including Pitch Talk at the SAL 2021 Challenge Cup Final. Also, JBK at the Women's FA Cup Final 2021, and much, much more, including special feature segments and more. You can also find our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Anywhere you get your podcast, you can find the Pitch Talk podcast with episodes of 5 Minutes with the G, Coaching with JBK, The Straight Shooting View, and much, much more. At Pitch Talk on Instagram for vlog previews, images, and more. Also, at Pitch Talk on Twitter. Tweet with us, follow us, see what we are up to. And facebook.com/Pitch Talk. Become a fan, become a friend, become a member of the group. Join the footballing revolution we are working so hard to create. I have been Straight Shootin' LJA, and on behalf of myself and my cynicism about the financial sustainability regulations from UEFA, FFP under a different name, I will see you next time. Take it easy, Peach. Thanks for your time.
Join the Pitch Talk revolution.
Check out the official Pitch Talk website.
www.pitch-talk.com. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Pitch Talk.
We are fans of football dropping vlogs, videos and podcasts on the beautiful game.
Check out our videos on YouTube and Instagram's IGTV,
Including special feature segments.
5 Minutes with the G.
The Straight Shooting View,
Coaching with JBK. We produce, record and edit video content.
and
Audio on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
Verbal, Podomatic,
Anchor.
Spotify.
and other podcast platforms.
Join the Pitch Talk revolution on Twitter, Instagram.
Facebook.
And www.pitch-talk.com.
The pitch is where we eat.
The pitch is where we sleep.
And the pitch is where we talk.
I can see you now.